Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Project Day. I'm out in the Badger's den, getting everything open, turned on. Mama Badger's getting ready to leave here in about 20 minutes. Nerdy Badger will be here to pick her up, and they're headed to Orlando for the weekend. And it's project weekend. Well, and I gotta mow the lawn. Mama Badger usually mows the lawn, but she's gonna be gone this weekend and the next 2 weekends. We're in Daytona. Has to be done today. So it looks like I'm stuck doing it, but projects for the day. First off, that is the starter solenoid for my VROD. This is one I found on Amazon, and everything matches up pretty much perfectly, except of course the wiring. So I'm going to clip these wires, wire them onto here, and see if that won't work for the VROD. If that does work, this was 20 bucks. A new one from Harley, 80 bucks. And it's been on back order since November. So, needless to say, I'll be going to Harley and canceling my back order, getting my money back on that, and be using this. And then, the gas tanks were black. So they've been sitting with vinegar in them for a week now. I've been rotating them, shaking them, sloshing them. So today is the day we're going to empty all that crap out, and then we're going to finish cleaning it all out. Everybody says to use baking soda and water to neutralize the vinegar, so we're going to do that, and we're going to see if we can get the black bike fired up and on the road again. So probably going to have to rebuild the carburetor. We'll get there when we get there. But first off, gas tanks. I'm going to start emptying those, then I'm going to get the VROD over here, get that replaced. Oh, and Nerdy Badger is having an overheating problem on her car, so I've got a part to fix that as well. Busy weekend, but I'll show you what I get done here in a few. All right, I got the first tank emptied. I don't know how well you guys can see all that. Look at all the big old flakes, the gray stuff. Cleaned her all out. Time for tank number 2. All right, one job down. The nerdiest Badger's HHR is ready to go. Here's the issue. So this is the coolant filler neck. That is not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to look like the other side. It's a T. Well, this one was weak, and when I went to take it apart, I thought there was something wrong with it, but I couldn't get it to duplicate it anytime I was around. So I went to take it apart. I was like, I'm just going to replace it. I'm pretty sure that's it. It just fell apart in my hands. That's the issue. So got a new one on there. It's all fixed. Nerdy Badger is ready to go. What's next? I'm guessing the VROD. Here we go. All right, next project. There she is. The VROD is out. I got her hooked to the battery charger because she's been sitting uncharged for a while. So it may take a while before we can actually start it. Here is the new solenoid. I got it temporarily wired up. Once I figure out that that'll definitely work and everything's good, I'll make it a more permanent wiring solution. But I have learned in all my years, if you can test something without going all in and make sure it works, you'll save yourself a lot of work. So I'm going to test that. If that works, then I'll actually put the fix on it, put it all together. We'll be rocking. Wish me luck. All right, the moment of truth. The solenoid is on, the battery is hooked up, and I let it charge for a little while. What do you think? Before I turn the key on, before I push that start button, what do you think? Is it going to start? Let's find out. This thing hasn't ran in like 4 months. Let's see what happens. Key on. We're in neutral. Moment of truth. Oh yeah! Ha! Yay! Victory for the VROD. Now I can just take it apart, make those connections more permanent, a little better looking, and call it a day. VROD is ready to ride. Woohoo! Alright, as you saw, the VROD fired up. It hasn't been ridden in a bit. Well, 4 months, 3 months, since November. well, since before November. Hell, it hasn't been ridden since we dropped it off in middle of August. So September, October, November, December, January, 6 months. 6 months it stayed around and it fired right up, but it needs ridden. So let's oblige. I do love this bike. What a fun bike to ride. It gets a lot of hate, but it's a fun bike. Brakes work, that's good. Alright, well, after months of waiting, wow, look at my hair, windblown look for sure. The VROD is back up and going, and it took me like 2 days to order the part, get it in here, put it on. So I didn't need to wait all that time, but I wasn't in any hurry, so I was like, I'll just order the part from Harley. You know, it might be here in 3 or 4 weeks. I didn't think it would be 3 or 4 months. Just goes to show, might as well just find another way. Anyway, thanks for all you guys' advice. Like I said, it was 20 bucks on Amazon, and it was like 80 bucks from Harley, so I got 60 bucks to put back in my pocket to spend on some other motorcycle parts. I like it. Anyway, VROD success. Dumped out the gas tanks. I'm gonna rinse them some more and then get them to drying. And then of course, I got the HHR fixed. Today has been a productive day. I like those days. How about you guys? How's your weekend going? We'll see you in a few. Whew. All right, got a squeaky chair. Inside, took a shower, just ate. Mama wasn't here, so I had a steak. And now I'm wrapping all of this up. So, got to wrap this video up. But this evening, I'm doing 2 things. So right now I'm watching Formula 1 Drive to Survive. You guys watch that? I've been watching. I started on like the 4th season, so I caught all up, and then I've been waiting for this season to come out. And I've never been a big Formula 1 racing guy. I've always been a NASCAR guy. But the show actually makes it pretty interesting. So I may start watching some F1, who knows? But anyway, I'm enjoying the show. I like racing, I like cars, so it's right down my alley. What are you guys watching right now? Anyway, while I'm watching that, I'm also preparing for my race tomorrow. So that orange car is headed to the track tomorrow. The funny thing is, you know, I thought I'd be like way more into the RC racing. And I was thinking about it today, and I think I figured out why I'm not. And that's because I don't care for the electric power. Even though it's fast and it's just like any other car. It doesn't make the noise. It doesn't have the feeling. It just isn't. I really dig the 4x4 truck next to it, but I don't really have a place to race it. So I think I'm going to have to get like a gas, either road car or a buggy where I can go out and race gas, because the electric, although it's fun and I like the guys, it just isn't doing it for me. I think my other issue is working on it. So, you know, I already work on all the bikes and all the cars around the house, and seems like I'm always working on it. And so for me to like tweak and tune it, race it for a little bit, tweak and tune it, race it for a little bit, kind of gets, I don't know, just isn't doing it for me. One of the reasons I started doing the whole video game thing, 1, because I'm reliving my childhood and having a freaking blast. But 2, like anytime, 9 o'clock at night, I can pop in a video game and play for an hour. There's no prep There's no prep, there's no after prep, there's none of that. It's just simple, easy, fun. And that's what I'm looking for, because as much as I love riding motorcycles, there's still prep to that, right? There's still maintenance that's got to be done, especially if you ride a lot of miles. There's just always something that needs to be done. Cleaning, keeping them ready to roll. With video games, I don't have any of that. So I think that's why I've leaned a lot toward doing video games. But anywho, today was a super productive day. I mean, I got it all done. I got the lawn mowed even, so Angie owes me. I got Nerdy Badger's car done, I got the VROD running, and I got the tanks emptied, got some water and baking soda sitting in them now. I'm probably not going to be able to mess with them for another couple weeks, because next week and the week after we are gone to Daytona. So be prepared for that. You guys will get to hang out in Daytona with us. But that's it, guys. The end. Tomorrow we're going racing. I know some of you guys do not like my RC car stuff at all. I've seen the comments. Sorry, it's part of my life. I enjoy it, so don't watch. Anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow.